Back to this top story. 4 people have been arrested at OR Tambo International Airport. They were stopped yesterday while en route to Russia and are under suspicion of contravening the regulation of Foreign Military Assistance Act. Authorities say a South African woman is believed to be facilitating their travel and recruitment into the Russian military. Electronic devices and backpacks were seized from the suspects for further investigation. Hawks spokesperson Colonel Katlego Mogale joins me now. Colonel, appreciate your time. Now, in plain language, what triggered these arrests at OR Tambo and what made these travellers suspicious at the boarding gate?
As you can remember, OR Tambo is a port of entry and there is a lot of criminal activity that goes on. And sometimes you can see by the way the persons carry themselves, very nervous, very jittery, that they literally have something to hide, even if it's not something tangible that you can touch. But these 3 individuals were seen to be very fidgety, and they seem to not know where they're going or where they should be going. And the members of OR Tambo International Airport dissuaded them from boarding the aircraft and took them to an interrogation room where they were briefly questioned. And following that, the members of the Crimes Against the States of the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation were called through following the information that the members of OR Tambo had amassed.
So why is the case being handled by the Hawks Crimes Against the State unit? What's the national security concern?
The case is in relation as these suspects are charged with the Foreign Military Assistance Act, which falls under the mandate of the Crimes Against the State, or rather the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigations.
Colonel, what do we know about these 3 men? Do we know their nationalities, their ages?
These are South African men who are aged between 20 and 45. And at this stage, we are investigating how far this network of recruiting individuals from the country to other countries such as Russia who are in a civil war.
Now, Colonel, we also understand that amongst the 4, you've talked about the 3 individuals who were at the airport at the time of arrest, that there is a 4th individual who was obviously not with these, and that the person is a media personality. Can you confirm this?
At this stage, I can confirm that there is an individual that was arrested as she returned from a foreign country. And that's information that was received following interrogation of the 3 that were arrested at OR Tambo International Airport.
So the total number of individuals arrested is 4, is that correct?
Yes, the number of the suspects that will be appearing in the Captain Peck Magistrates Court on Monday is 4.
Now, what do you believe the suspects were going to do in Russia? Are you alleging formal enlistment, mercenary activity, or is it something else?
That information is part of the investigation and will be revealed as the investigation progresses.
So I'm keen to establish which specific parts of the regulation of Foreign Military Assistance Act are they suspected of contravening, and what does the Act actually prohibit?
It's a whole host of sections, but what I can say is that there is certain processes that one should follow should they want to enlist in foreign military associations from the country of origin. Thus, they need to apply the certificates that they need to apply for, permits that they need to apply for.
Now, there is another issue where there are 18 men who were believed to have been recruited to go to Russia and subsequently on the sidelines of the war in Ukraine. Is there any relation between the arrested 4 individuals and those 18?
At this stage, we have not yet established the relations, but that is an open case that is separate from this one. And should this investigation lead us to believe that these two investigations are related, that will be communicated as such, and therefore the cases will be joined together.
Colonel, what evidence do you have currently that the South African woman was recruiting and facilitating travel? Was it ticket payments, messages, contracts, or communications with foreign handlers maybe?
That information is part of the investigation, but I can confirm that electronic gadgets were seized from the men where information was amassed that is implicating an individual, as well as how and when transaction transpired.
Colonel, finally, you speak of electronic gadgets and backpacks. What is the nature of these electronic gadgets? So are we talking about laptops, cell phones?
Yes, we're talking about 2 laptops and 3 cell phones, as well as backpacks.
Colonel Katlego Mogale, appreciate your time speaking on behalf of Hawks following the arrest of 4 individuals, or one of those individuals we believe as a media personality, as confirmed by the Colonel.